The National Day of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia resulted in the gathering of the diplomats in Tirana for a special reception. The event was organized to celebrate the 84th anniversary of the foundation of the Saudi Kingdom. High officials of Albania, including the head of parliament, Ilir Meta, the head of the opposition and concurrently the mayor of Tirana, Lulzim Basha, the minister of transportation, Edmund Hajanasto, leaders of diplomatic legations to Albania, businessmen, leaders of religious institutions, and cultural icons were present at this event. The Honorary Consul of Mexico in Albania, Mr. Julian Droci, was one of the special guests of the event. According to Ambassador Abdullah Al-Abdukarim, today marks a very important moment in the history of Saudi Arabia as the date represents the unification of the territories of Arabia in 1932 under the leadership of the king at the time, Abdul Aziz Al Saud. This celebration is very important since I can remind you that King Abdul Aziz, with his efforts and attempts, managed to join all the territories of Saudi Arabia. Since then, Saudi Arabia has faced a quick development in every domain, especially in economics and healthcare, stated Ambassador Abdullah Al-Abdukarim. The celebration in Albania marked the nature of the relationship to both countries, which has strengthened, especially over the last few years. A series of infrastructure projects have finished and will finish within the Albanian Republic. The cooperation between Albania and Saudi Arabia has been successful, especially during the last few years. This fact can be seen in the high number of commercial exchanges and the exchange of visits of high officials to both countries. During this period of time, Saudi Arabia has completed a series of important infrastructure projects in Albania, and it has released specific funds for these projects. I'd like to mention the highway of Tirana-Elbasan, but Saudi Arabia will also be present in other investments in Albania, emphasized the ambassador. Every year, on September 23rd, Saudi Arabia commemorates the founding of the country in 1932, and its territory has remained the same for 84 years. In 1932, the king of Al Saud dynasty declared the unification of all the territories into a single state. After his attempts, which lasted for 32 years, he managed to create a single state for the first time in Saudi history. This state was founded on Islamic principles, away from the influence of other sectarian organizations. The state marks not only the unification of Arabic territories, but it also marks a strong turn by the country along the path of development in all domains, especially in infrastructure, healthcare, and education. Saudi Arabia managed to build models which were later followed by other Arabic and Islamic countries. Saudi Arabia continues to develop under the leadership of its current king, Sheikh Abdullah bin Abdul Aziz.